day in the life of The Edge in Miami, where the U2ers are playing and where the great man is sleeping. He is not aware that he is about to become part of Current TV's document of our tour, but he is the star of it. A reluctant star, but the star nevertheless. Let's find out how reluctant, shall we? This will be The Edge's room. Alright. Morning, The Edge. Morning, The Edge. Yes, no, this could be interesting. Hold on, and there's Miami Beach. That is look at that arm. That is the hand that
go away.
That rocks the whole cradle here. So, The Edge, this morning we
you said it was going to be 11 o'clock. It's fucking 8:30. What are you doing?
It's a day in the life of The Edge. You're a very busy guy.
Oh man.
And trust me, I want to be in charge of your image. This idea of you getting up really late, it's never going to fly. It's the 21st century, man. You've got to get out of bed, get going.
Back in 2 hours.
There's a lot to do today. This is for Current TV, which is a news station, new kind of news station. I think I mentioned it.
I don't want to be on the news, man. You want to be on the news. I don't need to be on the news.
Okay, that's true, but stick with me on this. I'll tell you about it more later. Stevie's not sure he wants to do this. Edge, would you think about it?
No.
So when Freddie Mercury comes up and he goes, hello, we've all agreed that we like you. And I went, oh. And he had me up against the wall, and Freddie was being really playful with me. And I walked off and I went, he's really very camp, isn't he? Somebody said, Queen.
Some beautiful little notes in there.
It's nice stuff in there.
If I can reach them, they're there. I can feel them.
You're not all from Ireland, are you? Adam, you're from somewhere else, are you?
I was born in England, yeah, and moved to Ireland when I was about 6.
So you pretend to be Irish for the sake of the band?
I have an Irish passport. I'm entitled to an Irish passport.
Well, where did you get
He changed his British passport for an Irish passport.
Why on earth would you... What on earth were you thinking?
I just felt safer.
Well, now you've got enough money, you could change back.
You can keep the two.
It's not got off to a really good start. But I got some nice pictures out the window of Miami, and I have proof that Ed sleeps watching the Sci-Fi Channel.
So you never launched your magazine for lead vocalists, did you? Remember that?
The Trouser.
Like, you know, this guitarist, weekly bass player, drummer. The Trouser for lead singers. All the right cuts, you know.
That's great.
It's a lot to do with styling, clothes, hats,
Sunglasses.
You could do. I could do the glasses.
how to talk to
You could have a
musicians.
column in it.
I could do the glasses column.
Absolutely.
Wine critic.
We've actually.
Okay, Edge is in there, ladies and gentlemen. That is the sound of the Edge blowing his nose. Edge, you can come out. The idea is to me kind of following you around, but just getting to see what's like life behind the scenes kind of thing, really.
I'm not a celebrity. It's not my...
It's not about you as a celebrity, it's about you as a musician, and I'm not a celebrity either. I don't want to be part of this in that respect.
I'm not.
You're not buying that. What do you think?
I think it's a great idea.
You do?
Just maybe not right now. It's a really good idea.
Just not come out. Just say hello to the people. What's your brand of coffee?
It's free trade.
Why don't you drink your coffee and get dressed and just trust me on this for a little bit. If you don't like it, we can rubbish it, okay?
You want me to trust you.
Okay, sorry about that.
Pictures of you with George W. Bush. I don't know how much time you had with him, whether he listened to you, whether he understood many of the words you were using, because I believe he doesn't get the highest score at Scrabble, if you know what I'm saying. But...
Space, because angiogenesis is going to be a massive thing over the next 5 to 10 years.
Well, that's a good thing then to be on current TV, isn't it, The Edge?
That's
Good
true.
reason for getting out of bed in the morning.
How do they respond? Do they kind of say, yeah, we want to change this as well, or do they brush you off? Or what's the kind of generic response you get, the normal response?
There's some four-letter words I think he doesn't like, for sure. But I found them to be very respectful. I mean, they look at me a little odd at first. I'm like some sort of exotic plant. And, well, you know, they're just kind of looking at this, walking into their office. I dress like I dress.
Well, you don't dress like that, do you?
I do.
No.
And, well, when I first went in to see Bill Clinton, I had a posh coat on. I had like a cashmere coat.
Yeah.
And underneath it, I was wearing kind of combats and a T-shirt, but it was really, really hot. So I had to take it off. And I walked in, I looked like, you know, our road crew, and they looked pretty good.
Yeah.
And he just burst out laughing. I don't think they had people in the Oval Office, you know, those.
Yeah.
Very cool. What else is
What else have I got
on The
going?
Edge's laptop?
I got involved with an initiative with a friend, Bob Ezrin, who's a record producer, and Gibson Guitars and a few other people, to try and promote, to try and help musicians in the Gulf area who've had all their instruments
Like the Middle East?
damaged. The Gulf Coast.
Oh, sorry.
Now it's fallen to this generation now, could actually be remembered for something other than the internet and, you know, the mullet and all those other things. But actually, this generation coming through could be the first generation on Earth to eradicate extreme poverty, to make poverty history. And I want to spend the rest of my life doing that. And the band, you know, mouth off and they complain, but in the end they really support what I'm doing, don't you?
What are you doing right now? What's next? I mean, are you...
I'm just going to start doing the rest of my daily schedule. And
What is
maybe
it?
a bit of exercise. I like to exercise regularly, once maybe twice every 4 to 8 weeks. So today is the day.
Can we come? And would you mind?
No problem, no problem.
What is you what's this, Edge?
It's a form of yoga. It's actually was devised in Wales. It's called Dabochi.
What's the Blackberry to do with it?
It's just a little adaptation I've made just to make better use of time.
Right. No, I like you standing in the middle there. Is that rather good? Because I want to follow you.
You don't have a BlackBerry though, so how can you follow me?
I got a camera at the Edge. Okay. Oh, very good.
Okay. It's hard. That's a hard move.
Does Sting do this?
He doesn't do Dabochi, he does some other kind of yoga.
This is a Madonna, and Christie does this, but they don't do Dabochi, you know?
No, they do some Japanese thing, which is all based on the Welsh yogas. Everyone knows yoga was developed in Wales.
You're from Wales, Edge, isn't that right? A lot of people think you're Irish, but you're the only one in
Hold
the
on.
band.
This is-
Oh, sorry.
okay. That's just the end of it.
But
You
I
have
mean,
to finish it off, you know, it's a kind of a...
do you want to do some sitting down stuff? That might be good too.
Okay. Now, if you're a really... That's hard,
Whoa.
right? Very hard. You can actually...
Very good.
If it was a Thursday, I could do the full move. But I don't do it on other days because you don't want to overstretch yourself. So on a Thursday, what I would do is go into full headstand in the lotus position, then release the legs.